Hey guys, it's me, Dre Walker, training director and lead instructor for MDTTactics Training Group. I told you I would be back with another video with my rants, but this time the rants is important. Pretty much all my rants are going to be important. So let's see where I'm going to begin. Just received a message from a potential customer, a potential client. They was asking to get their Maryland wear and carry. And, of course, I'm always accepting and willing to train whoever in personal defense and personal safety using a concealed pistol for any state. But nevertheless, also the question was, do you do Utah? I get that question a lot from a lot of people, a lot of customers, a lot of clientels. They send me an email and they send me messages and stuff like that asking about Utah. And of course, my answer is going to be no. MDTTactic does not offer Utah concealed carry permit training. Okay. With that being said, if you know anything about state reciprocity, the training requirements for certain state residency and non-residency permit, you'll understand why we don't do Utah. Well, let me get into it. For those who don't know, in order for an instructor to teach Utah non-residential concealed carry, they have to physically fly to the West Coast to Utah and go to their training for their BCI to become an instructor, and then fly all the way back to their home state. All right. And a lot of students get false information where they said, okay, get Utah and you can be able to carry in 36 states, 40 states or whatever. That is not true. Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you straight up, that is not true at all. Okay. Well, let me backpedal. I apologize. Let me correct myself, which is true. You can carry in 36 plus states with a permit from Utah, but only if you're a resident of that state. Okay? Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. You have reciprocity in 36 plus states. Actually, technically, it's only 36. 36 states only if you're a resident of Utah. Okay? You only have 30 states reciprocity if you're not a resident of Utah. Okay? Now, with that being said, also, Arizona shares the same reciprocity as Utah. The only difference is they have one state difference, which is New Mexico, and I think it's Washington State. I know New Mexico is one of them, and the other one is probably Wyoming or Washington State. I can't remember which one, but New Mexico for sure. Okay, that's the only one state difference. Now, we train individuals for Florida and Utah and Arizona. Okay, now let's talk about Arizona and Florida training requirements. Okay, for those instructors who do not know, if you are a NRA certified instructor, you can train and certify individuals for them to get a Florida or Arizona non-residential concealed carry permit. Okay, it is in their training requirements. All you got to do is look up what is the training requirements to receive a Florida or Arizona non-residential concealed carry permit. It clearly says, I can't quote word for word, but I'm going to quote one portion of it that clearly will benefit instructors and benefit the students. It clearly says any NRA firearms safety training course or a course that is taught by an NRA certified instructor or an organization that utilize NRA instructors to teach firearm safety. You can get, if you have been trained, right? If your instructor is an NRA instructor, right? And it gives you a certificate, hopefully the certificate will have the NRA logo on it and they have their NRA ID identification, because what I do know is that state will verify that instructor identification number to verify they are a current NRA certified instructor. That I do know for a fact. All right. Same thing for Virginia. To get a Virginia non-residential or residential permit, you can take any NRA firearm safety course. Take any firearm safety course taught by an NRA firearm instructor. Okay. I think they are adapting now to Virginia. I know Virginia started to adapting now to starting to accept USCCA. Don't quote me on for that one, but I do know for a fact that Arizona and Florida would not accept USCCA certificate. Like I said, don't quote me on for that one. I don't know just yet, but as I stand today, if you go look it up today, their training requirements, all it says NRA certified instructor, taught by NRA certified instructor, or any NRA certified course. What else? State reciprocity. So Florida will allow you to, Florida and Arizona will allow you to carry in 37 states. Florida and Arizona will allow you to carry in 37 states, only if you're a resident of Florida and Arizona. Okay. Granted, you may say, well, I don't need a permit for Florida because Florida is a constitutional carry state now, which is true. But you still need a Florida non-residential permit to carry in other states. Okay, that's why you should get a Florida permit, because you still need that permit in order to carry in other states. I'm just saying. All right. But for non-residential permits of Florida and Arizona, like I said, Florida, non-residential, 31 states. Arizona, 30 states. Okay. Residents of Virginia can carry in 35 states if you're a resident of Virginia. Okay, if you have a Virginia driver's license and you reside in the state of Virginia, you can carry in 35 states with a Virginia concealed carry permit. Okay, if you are not a resident of Virginia, you can only carry in 29 states. Okay, if you're non-residential of Virginia. Of course, DC, Maryland, 23, 24 states, Maryland, 22, 23 in DC, and territory too for DC permits. Okay, but we just talking about outside our parameter, Virginia, Florida, Arizona, and Utah. Okay. We also are certified through Delaware from Delaware State Police. We are certified to teach Delaware. Now, if you come to us and say, hey, I travel to Delaware a lot and that's where I go, you can get a Delaware non-residential permit. But here's the catcher for that. The catcher it is, a non-residential Delaware permit is only good for 30 days. Okay? It's only good for 30 days and you have to renew it every 30 days. Okay? So it's best, if you travel to Delaware, it's best to either get Florida or Arizona or possibly both and able to carry in Delaware. Or you can get trained and certified through a BCI Utah instructor to get Utah, because that covers Delaware too, as well. So it's totally up to you guys to, to get whatever permit. But my recommendation is, if you're not a frequent traveler, guys, and you don't travel to any of these Midwest states, Midwest, West Coast states, there's really no need or no reason to get any of those states, okay? Any of those non-resident permit, because it's just a waste of money, okay? Because all you're doing is, if you're not a frequent traveler between 3 to 6 months to a year consistently, all you're doing is renewing a permit that's just sitting in your wallet. That's it. Point blank. Recommendation, because we live in the Chocolate City, DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia, get those 3 permits, okay? Because all 3 jurisdictions connects to each other, okay? Connects with each other. Because you may find yourself traveling through DC to go someplace, and then you might need your pistol. Or you might find yourself traveling through Maryland to do something. You might need your pistol. Or heck, everybody go to Virginia because one of the best malls out there is Tyson's Corner and Short Pump. And you can travel to Virginia, you know what I'm saying? Or you have a Virginia permit, you know what I'm saying? So get those things. I remember another message was sent to me about Pennsylvania. Now, Pennsylvania don't have any training requirements. I'm going to tell you that right now. Pennsylvania does not have any training requirement. You can get a Pennsylvania concealed carry permit, okay? Doesn't require any training, but if you're not that's if you are a resident of Pennsylvania. There's no training for that. Even if you're not a resident, non-residential permit for Pennsylvania states this: if you're able to get a permit from the state or city that you reside, you are able to apply for a Pennsylvania permit, okay? So you got to have a permit within a city or state that you live in first in order to get a permit for Pennsylvania, okay? Pennsylvania doesn't require any training requirement to get a permit, all right? Just give you a heads up. What else that I can talk about that that you may not know, that you need to know? That's it, guys, I guess. I mean, for more information about state reciprocity, where you can and cannot carry, you know, state reciprocity recognition, you know, come train with me, Dre Walker, and MDTTactics. Okay, we will make sure you have the valid information that you would need to make sure that you stay safe and stay out of legal trouble. Okay, know your state laws, study them. Okay, know your state laws, study them constantly. Okay, my recommendation: everybody, if you're going to be carrying a concealed pistol, you need to be training at least once a month. Once a month. If you train with me before, I'm encouraging you to come out, contact me, guys, connect with me. Let's get into this gun range to be more proficient with our marksmanship. Come and join me and take the MQP program, okay, where you can earn shooting ratings to find out how successful you are shooting. We have these training programs for you to get better and proficient. You don't want to get caught out there wherever you're going to be and an attack happens and you can't draw from your holster quick enough, okay? The average draw time is 1.5 seconds, okay? 1.5 seconds is your draw time. All right, that's average. Above average is 1 second. That's phenomenal. If your draw time is past 2 seconds, you're going to need a lot of work. It's easy to draw from the holster when nobody's physically actually coming at you and attacking you. The stress level is much greater, much higher when someone's charging at you with a knife, with a baseball bat, with a chair, something that can inflict great bodily harm that can lead to death, okay? What about someone got the drop on you? Someone run up on you and the gun is right there pointing in your face. How quick is your draw? Your draw should be under 6 seconds. You can do that if you continue to practice your draw through some dry practice and skills, okay? I'm going to talk about draw time in another video. I'm hoping and I'm praying that this video shares some light about reciprocity and kind of answer the question to that individual that sent me a message about, you know, Utah, things like that. Now, I'm not never discouraging anybody to get Utah. I just want to make that very clear. I'm not discouraging anything from anybody from getting certified to get a non-residential Utah permit. You know what I'm saying? It's just that you really don't need it, you know what I'm saying? Because if you got Arizona or Florida, you pretty much covered anyways. Because some of those states share some of the state reciprocity. The only thing is different is there may be one state different. You know what I'm saying? This state may have New Mexico. That state may not have New Mexico. Okay, so it just all depends, you know what I'm saying? Know your state reciprocity, guys. Stay safe out there. And I hope, like I said, I hope this video shares some light about state reciprocity and recognition and things of that nature. And I hope I see you in class. Like I say, our next concealed carry class is scheduled this weekend, September 2nd and the 3rd. Tomorrow is actually the last day to register for that particular class. We got 4 seats left. So come out, train. If you can't make it to that particular class, I'm going to run it again September 9th and the 10th, and then again on the 23rd and the 24th. We have a defensive pistol class on September 16th, our defensive pistol training, okay? If you want to know more about our defensive pistol training, take a look at our post, give us a call, 240-766-7153. I'll be glad to answer your questions, or you can text me with your questions or your concern, and I definitely will get back to you with a response in a timely manner. So until then, stay safe. See you in class soon.